If you're looking for a short-term loan, I'm talking about anywhere from $300 up to $5,000, then this video is going to help you get some bills paid. Now, please understand, with these short-term loans, especially when you have bad credit, you are looking at higher interest rates. So just keep that in mind. Now, the lender we're talking about is UpRover, right? So with UpRover, their loans go anywhere from $300 to $5,000. Okay, from $300 to $5,000. Also, I'm going to teach you a hack as well as some other alternatives as well. But I want to talk about UpRover so that you understand. $300 to $5,000. Now, they can get you a loan anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours. All right, so they're very fast in terms of responding to you in terms of loan. Like I said, just keep in mind with these type of loans, the interest rate is going to be high. Now, these here loans are coming from a tribal lender. So what I mean by that is when you go to the casinos, you lose your money at the casinos. They take that money and they reloan it out in the market and things of that nature, right? At a higher interest rate. So that's what I mean by tribal lenders. So just keep that in mind, right? Now, please also understand that this here type of loan isn't in every state. It is not in all 50 states, all right? So that's what you have to keep in mind. Now, here's the thing about it is that because they don't do no credit check, okay? So you bad credit is okay. So you can have bad credit, all right? So you may have recently came out of a bankruptcy, or you just have bad credit. You have a charge-offs, collections, and stuff like that. So this is the type of lender that's willing to work with you. And again, that results into them charging you a higher interest as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's the thing about it is that with them, when I tell you no credit check, what it is, they look at third-party databases, all right? So to make sure that you haven't borrowed from them in the past, and you're not in a recent bankruptcy, okay? So those third-party credit bureaus may be like Clarity, right? Which is owned by Experian. So that's the reason you don't see it on your credit file. Or they may use DataX, okay, which is by Equifax. So these are financial credit bureaus, all right, that they may use. They also have Factor Trust, okay? So with Factor Trust, it's TransUnion, right? So Factor Trust is TransUnion. So this is, again, when you hear companies say, we do not do a credit check and stuff like that, yes, they're correct. They will not do a hard pull on your credit and stuff, but they will check these financial credit bureaus when they're looking to see, have you taken advantage of them in the past? Now, here's the thing about it with UpRover, they won't report the line on your credit file, okay? Unless you actually miss it or whatever, but they won't report it as a trade line on your credit file. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, here's the thing about it. If you're worried about getting denied, okay, there's two things that can get you denied. One, when they check these here credit bureaus, if your name is not matching up on the application, this can get you denied, all right? That's number one. Number two is address. All right. So say that you recently moved, but you haven't updated your address with the credit bureaus and stuff like that. So this can also get you denied. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now, another thing you need to understand of what it is that you need. You need a active phone. You need a email, active bank account. Okay. So you need those three things in order to qualify. So they need to know they're able to verify, hey, this information is accurate and stuff like that. Did you notice I didn't say that you needed to make a certain amount of income and stuff? So that means that you don't have to be making a whole lot of income, okay? So if you're on welfare, disability, and things of that nature, you still may qualify for a loan through UpRover. Again, just to reiterate, please keep in mind that because these is like a predatory type of loan, that the interest rate is going to be very high. All right, so please keep that in mind. Now, here's the thing that I want to tell you guys. If you have to get this loan, then get it. But if you don't, there is an alternative. All right, if you're working a job, okay, if you're working a job, then I always tell people, go to your HR department, all right, and request that you file exempt for 3 to 4 months. This will stop them from taking income taxes out of your check, which will allow you to bring home a bigger paycheck, okay? And so that way you may not have to be borrowing this money at this high interest, all right? So that's one way. Now, in terms of, say that you just need a couple $100s or something like that, if you have access to a Home Depot card or a family member, they can take that Home Depot card. They can go to Home Depot, buy some toiletries or something like that. And then they can also buy some of those Visa gift cards all in one transaction. The reason you have to do it like that, because if you just buy the Visa gift cards, it will flag your card, all right? And it will actually charge you as a cash advance, even with the department store card. So you don't want to do that, or they won't process it at all. Okay, so that's the reason you have to have actual items along with the Visa gift cards. But that's one way you can get the Visa gift cards, and you can transfer the money over to your Cash App or to your PayPal or something like that if you just need a few $100s. But if you're needing more than a few $100s, then Uprover may be an option for you. Now, there's also some credit unions out there you may belong to. Like, for example, DCU. DCU, with no credit check, they give their people up to $2,000, right? Now, you may belong to, say, U.S. Bank, okay? So with U.S. Bank, they offer a simple dollar loan, right? And it goes from 100 up to 1,000, right? From 100 up to 1,000 with their simple dollar with U.S. Bank, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. They give you 3 months to pay it back, and for every $100 you borrow, they charge you 6, okay? So that's with U.S. Bank, all right? Now, for you guys, there's also Bank of America. So you also have Bank of America, right? So with Bank of America, they have the Balance Assist program, okay? And so you can borrow up to $500, but you cannot have had any overdrafts within a year with that. But they loan up to $500, and they charge $20 flat fee. Now, what about you guys that are gig workers and stuff like that? You know, you have money coming in, but you just can't show the proper documentation and stuff. Then you may have it's Giggle, okay? So with Giggle Finance, they go up to $5,000, okay? That's with no credit check. So if you're in the gig economy, you're delivering food or packages, you're a courier, MLM, or different small businesses and stuff like that, Giggle Finance will actually give you a loan as well, okay? And so all they want to know, if you've been in the gig economy for at least 90 days, okay? And minimum making at least $1,200 a month, all right? Now, they may use Plaid or CoreLogic to verify that with your checking account, but if you have that, they may be able to help you. Or you may be an individual, you have a paid off car with equity in it. So if you have a paid off car with equity in it, then here's one. You have Yendo, okay? So Yendo car loan, all right? So with the Yendo car loan, or you just may want to go get a title loan, but with the Yendo car loan, is no credit check as well, all right? And they give you up to $10,000, okay? They give you up to $10,000 with no credit check. All right, so no hard pull on the credit with them also. So just giving you guys some alternatives. Like I said, if you can't get approved with a broker because they're not satisfying your state or whatever, you have these other lenders you can take a look at. Now, if you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.